Hello friends, welcome to this Frank Talk episode. You see, you're all preparing for the UPSC preliminary examination. So you're in the final moment. So we decided that this Frank Talk would help you to solve some doubts which you have in the mind or some crisis which you have in the mind. Okay, here with me we have Kishore Kumar. So Kishore, you yourself a senior aspirant, I guess.
Yes, sir.
Veteran and aspirant.
Sir, both of us, sir.
Both of us are veterans and aspirants. So, if you say me, so more than 20 years I have been going through this preliminary process. So, last 15 days are very, very crucial for the students.
So important.
1,000 thoughts will go inside the minds of the students in the last 15 days. So, let us have a chit chat about the mind of the students, the last 15 days, what is going in the minds of the students. So, let us give one or two solutions to them also.
Okay, sir.
Okay, yeah. So, as a student, as a final aspirant, what are the things which you have in the mind?
Sir, many students also asked me about some important collective questions, and I want to ask as their representative to you, sir. Sir, in this last 10 days, what should we do? How should be our approach to the films?
See, the just last 10 days are there.
Yes.
Now we all know this. So we are recording this on the 17th, I guess. So
Sir.
less than around about 10 days we are having.
Yes, sir.
Now students have to just revise.
Yes.
One thing the students should not do at this juncture is to think whether they will clear this examination or not.
Hmm.
Or to think too much what is going to happen if they clear, if they don't clear, what is going to happen. That issue the students should not have to think.
Okay.
If they have been following a routine of preparing, they have to continue just the routine.
Okay, sir.
The routine is what? Getting up in the morning, then just doing their preparation, then they would be having some session, first slot, second slot, like that. They will be reading a thing per day. Following the same thing they have to do, and one thing they have not to do is just think too much about whether they will clear, whether they will not clear. All this confusion they should not have. This is one thing they have to do.
Okay.
So revision.
Okay.
First thing is revision. Second thing in the revision also, previous year question solving, they should not stop it till the examination. One day before the examination also, previous year questions every day they have to solve. How many questions they will solve, that will depend.
Sir, regarding the previous year question paper also, till which year I have to read? That is the first question. Second question is, I am also attended the mock test, any institute mock test.
Okay.
How much I have to revise those mock test also? This is the second question. So two questions.
See, previous year questions, if they had enough time, they would have gone up to 2013. Because
Okay.
2013, one major change had been brought in
Yes.
the UPSC mains. Preliminary change was brought in 2011,
Okay.
but they did not have to go up to that. 10 years, I would suggest the maximum. 7 years would do. Because as you are seeing in the 7 years also, every year now the UPSC is changing the preliminary pattern. Previously, they used to change it once in 3 to 4 years. Now we see every year they keep on changing the pattern. Just to see the pattern and also just to see what are the types of questions they are asking, they have to do 7 years question paper minimum, I guess. And how many times they have to do? Minimum 3 times they have to revise it.
Minimum 3 times they have to revise. Okay.
What is that revision means? I already spoke about this in some classes. I think that's also available in YouTube as a video.
And we have also clearly noted down those points which you have to do in the K2 series also.
K2 series also we have done. What they have to do is that they are not just have to read the question and see the answer. No, that they should not do.
Yes.
Just read the question, see the answer, then which area that question had come, that area they have to revise. Because UPSC will not ask the same area, same question again they will not ask.
Yes, yes.
But the same area they will ask.
Yes, sir.
So in the past 7 years only, what are those areas? We have given the list of the areas also.
Yes.
Just if you are doing it, that will be sufficient.
The
Just
thematic
revision.
revision.
Yes, that. Second part you are asked about the
Mock test
Mock test. How many
and
revisions?
yes, revisions.
I think mock test 1 or 2 revisions will do.
Okay.
Okay, mock test one more time they can do. One they have done in the examination hall. One more revision they can do. Mock test.
Sir, another 10 days, how much mock test they have to attempt newly?
That one full test you are
Full
telling.
test. Full test.
So full test I suggest that 2 to 3 tests they can write still more.
Still,
so, yeah,
good.
one Sunday is there.
Yes, yes.
Next to next Sunday is only the examination.
Films. Yes.
So this Sunday or Saturday, Monday they can write one test.
One test.
One more in between if they want they can take.
Okay,
One
sir.
full test.
Okay, sir.
But they have to do every day around 20 questions. They have to keep on doing because the mind has to be constantly orienting themselves toward the objective pattern of the things.
Okay.
When you read something, the mind objective it has to decide. So because that's how your mind has to function. This is a statement. What are the possibilities? Where is it wrong? What is the some trap?
Yes.
Like that, the mind has to constantly think.
For that only mark test and
Mark
all.
test, yes,
Okay,
mark
sir.
test. And mark test, you need not have to think about the marks and all. Don't bother.
Next question I want to ask that only, sir. Many of them are worrying about the low marks they are getting in the mark test.
So this students, I am just telling you out of my own experience. I am telling you, most of the institutes, they are keeping the mark test to defeat you. You are going and writing the mark test to defeat them. Both are wrong strategy, I am telling. Because the institute thinks that if students are not scoring more than 80 marks out of 200 in the GS, then the institute feels that they have set a question paper of the UPSC standard. Out of my experience, I am telling, 23 years I am seeing the question papers. This is not the UPSC standard. UPSC standard is that questions are very easy, but you will find difficult to attempt the question. But the most of the institute, what they are doing, they are setting the question itself is difficult so that you cannot attempt the question.
Unknown areas they are setting.
Unknown areas. The areas where the UPSC has never asked the question so far. In the 7 years, if you see, I happen to see some of the question papers where a student is not at all reading, that area they will take and they say this is tough question. No. So first thing the students have to not bother is that the marks which they are getting in the mark test, any mock test, you don't bother. Take the mock test just for the making yourself to sit for 2 hours, what your mind goes through, that practice only to get that you do the mock test.
Sir,
Other than that, they do not have to do anything.
Sir, the best example you have told about the relevance of UPSC and the toughness of the UPSC is, sir, in 2021 they have asked one question, sir. They said that Nizam of Carnatic was carved under the jurisdiction of Nizam of Hyderabad. But that one is wrong, sir, because they have given Nizam of Carnatic,
Not Nawab.
Nawab. That is the level of changes which they are making, which you have to be conscious. And they are also in the westerlies wind. They have said about defined the westerlies wind from 30° north to 60° south.
Equator is coming in between, they forgot.
Forgot. These and all the traps which the UPSC is setting. That you have to note out.
Yeah, because the student has to be very, very clear. He has to read, because that is the problem. Biggest problem with most of the attending so many mock tests. What is going to happen? The student is becoming a pre-opinionated about the question. So he is going to the UPSC question paper and seeing the question paper with a preconception. That should not be there. If you are going to the UPSC examination and reading the first question with a preconceived idea that this is how the question is going to be, then you are going to be wrong. So I would suggest that go to the UPSC examination with open-minded. Just open-minded, you go, read the question, then see the answer, act there.
Sir, one classic example during my time of prelims, how much complicated they have made the aspirant's mind is. The guarantor of the constitution, they asked a simple question, sir. For that, UPSC aspirants twist among themselves and wrote about guarantor of the constitution is president instead of Supreme Court of India. That and all will happen because of
they will think too much.
Complexity, too much. Because of the toughness of the mock test and other institutes only this is happening, I think.
So I think the students do not have to bother about the marks in the mock test. Don't bother, because we have so many examples where the student did not get 40 marks in the mock test and now he is in service.
Yes.
The same preliminary he cleared, now he is in service, IPS also. Lot of people are there like that. So don't bother about the mock test. Don't be bogged down by the marks in the mock test.
Sir, another important questions which aspirants are asking is, how much questions I have to attempt during the preliminary?
Oh, that I think I can give an estimation. I am telling you to go to the preliminary examination with open mind.
Okay.
But one thing you have to think is that based on the previous year cutoff marks, if you see, based on the previous year cutoff marks, unless you clear 45 net questions, questions 45 plus, which is 90 plus,
90
minimum
plus.
I am telling,
Yes,
90 plus, there is no way you stand a chance to clear the preliminary.
Yes, sir.
So I have done all the permutation calculations, also separate video I have already made, how we are arriving at the number. So based on the permutation combinations, based on the strike rate and other things, if you calculate, so for example, every student will have one strike rate. Out of 10 questions, some students who are attempting, out of 10 questions, a person will attempt, and in that 10 questions, somebody will have strike rate of 60%. Some will have 80%. There are 6 questions you will do correct, 8 questions you will do correct, and all this we have calculated, and I have come to a conclusion that less than 80 questions if you are attending, then you are not in the probabilist.
Yes.
If you're going more than 90 questions, that's also a big
Risk
factor is there.
factors there.
I'm suggesting that around 83 to 86, 80, 85, 86 questions would be sufficient. 83 to 83 to 84, 85, 86 questions. In that range, I think if a student is attempting,
Okay,
he'll
sir.
stand a chance. Because why? Because 80 questions and less if he's attempting, anybody out of 10 questions who is attempting 2 questions will go wrong.
Yes, sir.
So if we do the reverse calculation, 80 questions means highest strike rate also is only 80%. So 80 questions, 80 strike rate is 64 questions only. 80 into 8 is 64. So 64 net questions. Then for the wrong questions, negative marking will go.
Yes.
Then so there are some bouncer questions which are there. So all if you calculate, to arrive at the score of 45 to 50 net questions, you have to attempt 80 questions. So 80 questions, unless you attempt 80 plus,
80
there is
plus.
no way, unless I am saying no way means 99.9% I am telling. Some students will attempt only 75 questions, they will clear because their strike rate is very, very high.
Very, very high.
Out of 10 questions, they will do 9 questions correct, which is not the case with normal students. So basically, I am telling that if you are a normal student, if you think 80 plus, you have to attempt. That's what I am
Yes,
telling.
sir.
So
Okay.
that they have to keep in the mind.
Okay, sir. So the next question is in this past 10 days, how much time or importance I have to give to the CSAT?
See, CSAT it proves to be one big
Hurdle, sir.
For
Major
a lot of people. So I don't think. See, the work for CSAT you should have done from January itself.
Yes.
Minimum work if you would have done a weekly minimum work, that would be sufficient. In the last 10 days, what you have to do is just solve 1 or 2 question papers. That's the only thing you can do. Don't stress too much. But it is an hurdle. Don't take it very lightly. Don't one blunder which most of the students will do in the CSAT is exactly they will do for 67 marks they will do.
Yes, sir.
So they say 67 means 100% I know 67 is going to come. No, that has not come because students will land up 63, 64. Do 3-4 questions more. Then the cutoff. Correct questions do 3-4 questions.
Sir, another blunder they will do is they will rely on one particular portion, sir. They will only rely on comprehension and they will go for the CSAT.
Yes, I know.
Or else they will only rely on aptitude part and they will go for if UPSC had made any one portion tough, they will stuck and suffer.
So I think all areas you have to do something. If easy comprehension also sometimes it will be very easy. Just attempt it. Go through it. Just go through the comprehension. If it is easy, just solve it.
Yes, sir.
We'll try to do it. CSAT has to not to be taken lightly. They should not just touch up to only 67 marks. That they have to take in mind. And practice also in the last one this 10 days, 12 days they are having. Just I think 2 to 3 CSAT questions they can solve.
They can solve. And my suggestion is they should solve in the time period between the 2:30 to 4:30 to get that real-time experience.
Is there because the sleeping time, no, most of the aspirants sleeping. This is a problem because one student represented to me. I think that student is Mr. Sandil. I think he's an RPF right now.
Yes.
I remember he telling me that sir, our study time will be when in the night. Every day morning they will sleep up to 10-11 o'clock they will sleep, and in night itself but only 5 o'clock up to 5 o'clock they will read, then after 5 only they will sleep.
Oh.
Early morning 5 o'clock. So they will sleep up to 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock.
Oh.
This proved to be a problem because when they went to write the mains, in the mains examination, because the mind is not coping up with that. So I think the students now has to adapt at least to last 10 days to the UPSC schedule. Some students also will have the same problem.
Okay. So they have to
sleep.
Sleep early.
In the night time.
No, sir. Sleep early, then awake in the night.
Yeah, that's what I'm telling. So they have to sleep early. In the night they have to sleep. I'm telling.
Yes.
Students they will be awake in the night. Daytime they will sleep. So their active time should be morning 9:30 to 11:30. It should be most active time.
Then 2:30 to 4:30.
Yeah, that should be also the most active. So that's what they have to practice.
Okay, sir. Then another thing is that many potential candidates are there, sir, but their only thing is they are fear of failure because UPSC will teach them some lessons. Till now they wouldn't have come across any failures, but in UPSC they would have not cleared 1 or 2 mains, 1 or 2 prelims, so they would accustomed to the failures. So what should they do to avoid those fear of failure?
See, what is the difference between a first year aspirant and a veteran aspirant? What is the difference between a person who is not cleared and a person who is in service? the person who is a veteran and the person who is in service, they all share some commonality. One thing is that they don't give too much to the emotions. They're just not allowing too much to be part of the emotions. Like for example, you are mute to a lot of emotional things which are happening around you. That is also what is required for you to be an reasonably matured officer. What is emotional maturity? We have emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence means you are not subjected to a lot of unnecessary tensions, pressures and all. So the result of why failure is happening, why the fear of failure is happening, because a person feels that if I am not clearing, what is going to happen? If I don't clear, what my mother will tell, what the relatives will tell, what my friends will tell.
Yes.
So this is what is the pressure, this around pressure, which the student is feeling that what I'm answerable to them. I am thinking that you are not answerable to anybody. You are answerable to only one person in the world, that is you.
Yes.
Because you have chosen this preparation on your own, and you are going to suffer more than anybody if you don't clear. Your parents are going to suffer, but more than that, you are going to suffer. Secondly, the responsibility is all on you only. The institute may say, we may say, sometimes we are responsible for your success and all. Some institutes will claim, okay, no, you are the sufferer and you are the person who.
And no institute will claim for the failure.
Yeah, not only institute, nobody will claim. The institute will say, we are not responsible, we did everything right, only these students. So I am basically telling a student who is matured, he will not think too much about the fear of failure.
Okay.
So the student, we can identify a student, whether mature student or not, how a person who is too much bothered, too much, every botheration will be there in the mind, but not too much giving importance to that botheration.
Okay, sir.
For everybody, they will have botheration. What is going to happen? This is my last attempt. Economically, how am I going to survive? The age limit is age. And
next question is that only, sir. This is my last attempt. What if? What will be my future? Because I have spent so much of years in this preparation, 8 to 10 years I have spent. What will be my future? What should I do?
Yeah,
what
I'll
can
just
I
tell
do?
Only one thing. At this juncture, we should not think about the failure. At this juncture, whatever you think that should help you to clear the examination, rather than helping you not, what if it's not going to clear, that help now we do not have to discuss.
Yes, sir. Definitely this kind of thinking will never help you.
So backup strategy. For example, now many students and the parents bring it for admission. The students will say, even if it's not clearing, no problem, sir, we have. So how the student will give his best? Imagine. The parents are coming for admission. They said the student, sir, he has to just appear for the examination once or twice. Even if he's not clearing, nothing wrong, sir, because we have a lot of land we can take. So then the student will not give his best.
He has to burn his bridge.
Yeah. So I am telling, most of the aspirants, serious aspirants, they have burned the bridge. At this juncture, don't worry. Don't think about what is going to happen if you don't clear, because that's not going to help you. But one thing I am saying, nothing worse has happened for the people who are not cleared.
Yes.
See me.
I'm also happy.
So basically, I am telling, learn. If you learn knowledge, if you have knowledge, you will have enough maturity, because the preparation gives you mental stability, maturity, knowledge. Definitely, you will be better off.
Yes, sir.
But one thing is that at this juncture, you do not have to think about what is going to happen if I don't clear and all. That's not going to help you.
Yes, yes.
Okay, if you are not cleared anything, then that is different. We'll discuss about that later. So individually students coming here, we speak about that. But at this juncture,
and we are also performing the mentorships.
Yes, we are giving a mentorship to a lot of people. We are giving that mentorship also. But I am suggesting that don't panic too much. The world is too big. Okay, your achievement is based on only you. Don't fear about anything.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's what the message of Mahabharata also, I think, no?
Bhagavad
Gita's whole message is what? Do the duty. Don't think about the result.
Nishkama karma.
Yeah. Nishkama karma. Nishkama karma.
Karma.
Okay, so you just do your duty without any likeness towards it or hateness towards it.
Any fruits.
Any fruits.
Okay.
So that's what they have to do.
Okay, sir.
Neither,
sir, next important thing is the dilemma between the aspirants, if whether I have to appear this attempt or I have to skip this attempt.
To give this attempt or not?
Yes.
So this I think is a question I think which you need to answer. See, basically I am telling in 2 minutes I will give the answer.
Okay, sir.
First thing I am telling, for everybody, if you are anybody, not only this examination, in life whenever you are doing a thing, one part of our mind will say, is better not to do.
Hmm.
Okay, just don't do. Because whenever you are doing something great, whenever you are going to go to the next level, the mind will always fear that what if fear of failure, as I already told you, fear of failure. Okay, so the mind will always say, just let us pause it for some time. So we have an option, for example, UPSC, next year we can write, or next to next year we can write. Some people say, sir, 9 attempts I am having, sir, I can give 2-3 attempts like this only, just I can give. Some people say, so I will postpone this, sir, this is my last attempt, I can postpone and all. So basically what I am telling, so we another 12 days we are having.
Yes.
If you take the decision now to postpone, not to give the attempt, 12 days you are going to waste. Because now you are going to be relaxed.
Complacent.
Now you are going to be relaxed.
Relaxed.
You are going to be next 2024.
Yes.
I suggest that that decision to go and write the examination or not, that you take it one day before going to the examination. Till now, right now, you keep on preparing that this year you are going to write. Now at least 10 days, 12 days, you are asking the question. From January itself, students have come to me, sir, whether I can give you this attempt or not. I asked you, why are you bothered about now itself, why are you thinking? Because I said, sir, 2024 means we can relax. No, you need not have to relax. I'm telling.
Sir, year after year, we are facing same questions with the different aspirants. And in my personal experience also, I want to tell something that in the same aspirant will feel that in 2024 also my preparation is not enough.
Sufficient, not sufficient. More time is given, I will do better.
Yes.
we had see, I give one live example. We had this COVID.
Yes.
During the time of COVID, the UPSCs, before the COVID, people are all writing, sir, you write to the UPSC, you are writing in Quora, write an answer, tell the UPSC to postpone the preliminary. Two reasons they said. One, because COVID is there, because the preliminary was supposed to be in May or June, something I think. They said that, sir, you please, because you are not revised the syllabus, or books are somewhere, so we are not able to sit, electricity is not there, I was affected with COVID and all they said. So finally, for some reason, UPSC postponed that.
Yes, August. In August they have postponed.
Again in the August, before 15 days, the students are telling, sir, we don't have sufficient time, so we need more time. Can the UPSC postpone this for another 2 months? Basically, it is, I'm saying, I have gone to all, so many times I have written this examination, I'm telling you. Every time you will feel that you have insufficient time.
Yes.
And also you will feel that if 1 week is given, you can do better.
Extra 1 week.
1 week, extra 1 week, you can do better. But I am telling, even if extra 1 year is also given, you will be same.
Sir, because
that you have to analyze. First, you have to understand, accept that is a fact.
Yes.
If you are not accepting the fact, then you can go on saying, sir, no, sir. If you give 1 year, I can do everything. If you give 2 years, I am going to revise every syllabus and all. They will say no. Sir,
in the May, the exam tension will start. Because of the tension, they would have given more time to read.
Yeah.
And this feeling of reading, if I can give this reading, same reading for 1 year, I will be more prepared for the next year. So I can postpone. This is the attitude which they are developing.
If they postpone it for 2024, then June they'll sleep, no?
Yes.
That's the problem. So May they are reading. This intensity of reading, I am just telling. The same intensity of reading from January, if they are doing it. Imagine 6 months,
yes,
how much productivity they have increased. If any student, with the tendency of the student, if more time is there, they will read less. If less time is there, they will read more. This is the tendency of every student. So I am telling that you all know the time is finite now for the examination. Now don't panic whether you have to give this examination or not. At this juncture, read for another 10-12 days. Then in the last moment, when you have this issue, I am not going to give a general solution to all. Personally, if you have a dilemma that whether I can write this preliminary or not, 2 days before I will be present in the center, I will be present in the office. You come to me personally, I will tell you. If you seriously have this issue,
based on the personal experiences and personal,
because you have to find out what is the issue.
Yes.
Because I cannot generally say don't write. I cannot generally say everybody you write also. So this will be general answer. I will not do that. But everybody will have the option of not doing it. Let us quit. Let us wait for 1 more year. Including myself, I had this issue. In the last attempt, I had this last attempt, and I had age limit. But what was my last attempt? Because like many people had wasted a lot of my attempts.
Okay.
So that time we had 7 attempts only. So I said whether I can postpone, if 1 month is given, I can do it. So why not? Because the problem is the last attempt candidates, no? Because after this preliminary, they are not clearing the preliminary, their legacy of 7 years is going to end, 7-8 years.
Yes, sir.
So next year out of the field.
The whole year of accumulation, the years of accumulation of knowledge.
Now they don't know what to do. So they said at least 1 year we can extend and the better chance of clearing. So don't panic about this all. Just read, keep on reading. Still, if 1 or 2 students feel that, sir, whether I can give this preliminary or not. This is my last attempt. What I have to do? Even if it is my last attempt, also should I have to give this preliminary or not? Genuinely, I want this discussion. You meet me personally. You come to the office. Just give me a WhatsApp message, sir. I'm coming. I'll be here. We can meet. We
Okay.
can discuss. But the next 10 years, next 10 days, you keep on reading. That's
Yes.
what I suggest.
Okay, sir. These are all the important questions which I want to discuss.
Yes, yes. As a student, they will all have these questions. So I'm thinking, seeing this video, we are not panicking you too much. Okay, this is what is in the minds of most of the students. Some of the students ask these questions. So we thought we could make this video for the students.
If there
you
is any
any query also, you put it in the comment, so we'll be able to answer you. Okay, so all the very best. Stay positive, stay focused. Your positive mind is a mind which is going to be successful. Don't have any negative thoughts. Don't be pessimistic. Be positive. You will clear this examination. You have done your hard work well, and you have been preparing well. You have been honest to yourself, and be positive. This year definitely you are going to clear.
and avoid also negative persons.
Yes, a negative person, negative situations. Avoid negative person, negative situations. Be positive. Success is yours. All the very best. Thank you.
All the best.